home.
That's great. It's a wonderful place to call home.
It is.
It really is.
Beautiful.
And it's been home for me, even though I haven't lived here very much. I love coming back.
Home is where the heart is.
That's right. It certainly is. Well, thank you. We're going to go see if Bill won't tell us why he's so busy.
I'm just with the Village News. I came to.
Oh, you're taking notes about.
I'm taking notes for you there.
Oh, okay.
Real problems that we have at the high school level is it's very competitive. It starts in junior high school, but at high school level, students are really attuned to differences, how they are different from another person. So having a backpack for a kid that doesn't have one is sort of an equalizer. They can go into class or socialize at lunch, and they have a backpack just like everybody else. On the face of it, that may seem superficial, but when we're talking about self-esteem and self-confidence, we're hoping that it will make a real difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a wonderful idea and a wonderful thing that the association does.
Yeah, the concept is Bill Hansen's.
Right, we just talked to him.
Yeah, he's a really good person. It also is the idea behind what we do with monies that we accumulate for scholarships, because we're the cheer squad and the football team and the academic stars. These are areas that are very well funded in terms of giving people that step towards success that they need.
Right.
So we're choosing to fund different types of endeavors. Early childhood education, for example, vocational training.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and it's very worthwhile.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's something that I choose to put energy into. We're doing other things in Fallbrook also for children that are coming up, and I think it kind of breeds a commitment to community, which is what we need.
Yes, we certainly do.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I produce a children's television series called Biz Kids that we teach financial literacy education and entrepreneurship. And what we're finding is, because we profile kids all over the country from every demographic, and some of the most innovative and exciting new businesses, new products, new services are coming from inner city kids. And so we are trying to give them this leg up by giving them their voice on TV, and then giving them the footage back and featuring them on our website as well, so they can use it to raise money for their venture or raise awareness of what they're doing. And it's just been so exciting. We've only been on air for 18 months, but we're already seeing response from kids all over the country.
Even if all they do is say, "Hey, check me out on," that's a worthy endeavor.
Yeah,
I'm teaching GED on a Native American reservation. It's a non-gaming tribe, and many of the people there do not have a high school education. So it's a value from my perspective to be able to offer services to traditionally underserved people. The name of the reservation is Los Coyotes, and it's up the mountain from Warner Springs.
I know where Warner Springs is. I lived on Camp Pendleton for 3 years.
Non-gaming tribe,
Yeah.
and things have been really tough for them.
I bet.
So we've made some changes in the local educational system, and children are now graduating from high school and going on into training programs, community college, and university. So
That's wonderful.
We're really excited about what's happening there.
That's very cool. Do you have any interest in teaching them about money and how to manage money? Is there anybody there that is doing that?
That may not be appropriate for a group of people that
Don't have much.
Don't have much money.
Yeah, that's true.
So but they're very aware of money issues, but they just don't have much to spend.
Well, that's my my goal is because they don't ever get this in education. And even if you don't have much, it's important to manage your life. Is really like your business. If you manage how you're going to make money, how you're going to manage it so that you get your needs met more than buying a new car and buying this or that. It's just getting your needs met, making sure you have shelter and food. So anyway, it's just we're teaching on the Puyallup Indian. There's a Puyallup tribe, and I live in Seattle, Washington, and I'm working with the Puyallup Indians, which are an Indian group outside of Seattle, and they seem to be enjoying it.
I moved to Fallbrook the summer after my 8th grade year that I didn't go to 8th grade. That's another story, but I skipped from 7th grade to being a freshman because I had rheumatic fever, and so I had like a little bit of homeschooling during that year. And then we moved to Fallbrook. My dad's a dairyman, and so we moved to a dairy in Paula, which is, down out at the far reaches of really, I think, the largest school district in San Diego County, because it goes all the way from the top of Palomar Mountain down to the base, So, and I just felt welcomed here. And I don't know if it was the rural nature or if it was just that combination, that special combination of our class of 64, where there were so many types of people, not only the people like Doug who had been here practically all of his life, and then those that came in and were grafted in so happily. It's almost like I don't know. He always laughs and says it's like the tribes, and you want to see who the new tribe is, like, because he teaches high school. If we go to a festival or something like that, it's so fun to watch the high school kids checking out the other schools.
Yeah.
So, but there was that welcoming feeling, and there was so much to do. There were opportunities in high school, and I think in this community for fellowship and service, not just churches, but 4-H. We got involved in 4-H, and that was a big deal to be in that in with that group, And even when we were in high school, there were the surfers and the greasers and the and the nerds.
And the nerds, oh yeah, and the goody two shoes.
But there wasn't. Conflict. I don't remember conflict. Yeah. There's so much conflict in the world now that that's pretty sad to me, and we're almost not isolated from it now, but it is less prevalent, I know, here than in a lot of communities, even in San Diego County. So, we left when Doug went to UCLA, and then we got married, and he finished his degree, but then we came back. And when we came back to San Diego County, there was no question that where we would live. So we built our house in Fallbrook, and he commuted to his job in Poway. And people would always ask him, like especially after a late rehearsal, and he'd have an hour drive home, and they would go, "Oh gosh, why do you
live in Fallbrook?"
Yeah, why do you do that? And he would always say, "I love to work here, and I love to live in Fallbrook, so I put up with the drive." So it's a good place to be. So that's
it.
That's it.
Cool. Thank you.
No, I'm supposed to talking to this?
No.
Am I looking at you?
Stick it in your ear. No, you can look past me.
I'd rather look at you.
Oh, you would, huh?
What's to say? We've said this so often that the class of '64 was a very special group of people. I mean, I can talk generically about all of Fallbrook because I grew up here. I came here when I was in kindergarten and graduated from high school with many of the kids that I was in kindergarten with. Yeah.
That's amazing. In
I
this
can
day and age.
I can walk you into town, show you every place where the Bank of America used to be. About 4 or 5 different locations. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
out of town, did they leave?
Oh, I don't know. But, we used to, what do they call it, the friendly village? Yeah, and I think it certainly was when we were growing up, and I guess to a great extent it still is. As far as high school is concerned, and again, I guess our focus is a lot on the class of 64 because, that's
There are
what.
people here that have been here since like the class of 52.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think is just incredible.
Yeah, well, even farther back than that, I think in the 30s.
Right, we talked to Mary and her sister.
But I would just reiterate the things that we've said at some of our reunions that, kids that we welcomed everybody. We had the base kids, that would come in and out, and kids that just would come for maybe they were there like 1 or 2 years, but I think they bonded well with us, and I don't think we were cliquish in that regard. We pretty much welcomed everybody, and we've maintained that closeness and that strength, and I think that's important.
Yeah, I do too. It really is a strength.
And very good avocados.
And very good avocados.
In fact, hand me this bottle. I'll do a commercial.
Before we leave.
Yes, this is Coastal Lemon Avocado Oil from Pacifica Culinara.
And that's in Fallbrook?
Well, I buy it in Fallbrook at Major Market. It's the only place. It's the only place I can find it. I don't know if they're Fallbrook avocados or not, but it's awesome. Very tasty. Yeah, they have all different flavored avocado oil. So I'm going to hand this back to Jamie. Thank you. Over and out.
Because we all know that you do. And the class of 64.
Well,
just that good.
Fallbrook is only special to me because I lived in the canyons. When I was in high school, I was not a really friendly kind of guy because I was from the base, and all the local folk were odd to me, and I was certainly odd to them. And then, but my dog and I would walk down to the canyon every day after school, basically. And we saw life. We learned things about death. We saw things grow and the river change, and this is not a bad thing. And then as I grew more mature, it's come to me that the friends that weren't friends then are friends now, and we have more in common with the people that we had English teachers. We have the same vocabulary. We give each other the right to have an opinion, left, right, or indifferent, and we don't get that freedom from other folks. They sit there and they judge you as something.
From superficial judgment.
Right. But it's not even that. I just mean because it's not that we know each other, it's just that in civics class you were given the right to discuss this stuff. Now you still have that right. That's never been taken away from you. Out in the greater world nowadays, people don't have that right.
Right.
You can't say things about race. You can't say things in civics class. You could talk about it, open discussion. Nobody got mad at anybody.
Right.
And we can do that.
Yeah, we can.
So that's why I like Fallbrook.
Thank you.